The internet has canceled people harder for way less. You know what I mean? So it's like...
The jig is up.
We're here. He's queer. And we're ready to party.
Hey guys, welcome back to Full Coverage, your favorite podcast with your gorgeous hosts.
Laura Lee and your other gorgeous host, Manny MUA.
Hi, you guys. We're back. We took last week as a sabbatical.
We did.
We needed the
prayer.
time. We needed a
prayer, if you will.
Laura was out of town.
Yep.
I was out of town.
Yep.
We were working girls.
Manny left the country. He went to the gay country of San
Hillcrest.
Diego.
Do you notice anything
different? Baby, the elevation.
It just keeps going.
It does.
It just keeps going. I feel like we are, obviously you guys can see the space. We are working on the space. It's not 100%. Like, we're still going to add like little
greenery. We're going to do greenery
on the sides. But like, look how far it's come.
Oh my God. Shout out to 411 Studio.
Baby, 411.
Okay, Sandy and Viv. 411 Studio is the interior design company that did my bathroom.
Did my living room.
Yep. Oh my God.
My living room and dining area, yeah.
And then we were in talks with them, and we wanted our podcast space redone, and they were willing to help us, and they turned the whole thing out.
Dude, they turned the party.
They turned
the party out.
It is so elevated.
Sign,
I know, this is metal. Custom made metal signage for us, custom made wooden shelving, plaster painting, these beautiful drapes. I mean, all of it.
The drapes,
all of it.
The couches, that swivel. No, it's the swivel for me.
It's the swivel for me.
This is sickening. So yeah, we have we have this really cute table you guys can tell, but there's like a cute ass table here.
Yep.
Coffee table. We're gonna add some like little faux plants on the sides.
Yeah, we want to do some
And then
greenery.
I feel like, well, it'll be turned out.
It'll add some color and some warmth. But, babes, this is a major transformation for us. We've been wanting to do this, but this was like a major investment for us.
Yes.
So, we had to it wasn't cheap, okay? We had to give our podcast time to grow and to make this happen. So, we're so honored for all of your listens and like getting us here.
Thank you so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage, you guys. Being an adult, we need to go out and about and be adults and get things for ourselves.
Yes.
When it comes to ZocDoc, you guys, it is the most amazing app. That's a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment. So stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/fool to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/fool. ZocDoc.com/fool. Thank you so much to Shopify for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage, you guys. Shopify is the best all-in-one commerce platform capable of handling your business complexity no matter how big you are and you grow. Truly, it is amazing. Me and Laura are huge fans of Shopify. We use Shopify with our businesses, Lunar Beauty and Minim LA, and we cannot rave more about it. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/full coverage, all lowercase. That's 1 month for just $1 at shopify.com/full coverage, shopify.com/full coverage. No, it's like so cool because me and Laura were talking about like how every year we want to do like a thing that moves the podcast forward, right? Whether it's like an investment in the thing, like whether it's a new space, like we're always trying to just elevate it more. And we already are like planning for like next year, like what we're gonna do.
We already blew the budget for next year.
We already blew the budget for next year. It's not a background, by the way. It's not gonna be this. Like this is done, but it's for something else.
Yep.
But we're always just trying to make Full Coverage like the best that it can be, and I feel like it just continues to grow and people really seem to enjoy it, and I love that they love it.
It gets better every year.
It does.
It does.
It really does. Like, we've had sickening guests.
Yep.
The fucking people that come on are so sickening. Like,
I was so bummed Jacqueline wasn't here for the remake.
I know.
I didn't think about that. I was like, you're the last episode.
Our last guest.
In that room. She closed out that room.
She really did. How crazy. But here we are. And honestly, I think it looks absolutely stunnosha.
Obsessed. I am obsessed.
And I love this sign. Like, there's no like light. We don't even have to turn it on. Like, it just has this glow.
And it looks great.
It looks so cool.
Yeah.
I love the refract. Like, it just looks sickening.
It is so sickening. God bless the person who hung each of these letters evenly, because couldn't be me. Baby, it would be like this, full.
It would be full out.
Yeah. Like it would not.
It would literally be vertical. I'd be like,
yeah.
It would not fucking work.
No.
But also, like, we have like these 4 chairs now, so when we do have guests, we can have them jump in. It's just nice.
We got rid of our rotten couches. They had self-tanner on them, and
they were
sweat and tears.
Baby, they were destroyed.
Baby, thanks.
If you guys had seen the inside on the couches, you would have been shocked beyond belief, because it really is. They were fucked.
They were fucked.
They were really fucked. Yeah. Especially that, like, the guest couch one that I was always sitting on. I'm always like this.
That one. Yeah, one.
Gigi got us good.
Gigi got it with
She got us good with the self-tanner. I'm literally just sitting in it. It's
like, kind of iconic. That couch just still has an outline of Gigi's body on it.
It does. It literally does. Like, we have Gigi Gorgeous's outline.
Iconic. We were going to sell that couch on eBay. So. Gigi Gorgeous's outline, spray tan couch.
She sat here.
And that way we can pay off the room.
We need to pay this expense. But yeah. I'm excited. Like, it looks fucking sickening, and I can't wait for it to just keep getting better and better.
I'm inspired. You know, you should always elevate your space and your wardrobe, I say, because you always want to show up as your best self, and that's why I think dressing your best is so important mentally. Absolutely. And then your environment is everything. So, you know, elevating your space as much as you possibly can in ways that you can, I think, are just so valuable and important.
Well, it's also like reflects how you feel about yourself.
It does.
Because like what the environment that you're in, the things that you do reflect who you are and what you feel.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, this is another funny thing. It's like, because like obviously like we work from home technically, but that's why it's important to like make your home the best it can be, because it's like,
it's your environment.
I work here.
It
reflects you. Like, you need it to be the best it can possibly be.
Yep.
So any environment that you guys can be in, just try again, like,
do
even
what
the 1%
you can do.
rule.
The 1% rule. I'm so happy we came back to that.
Dude, honestly, like, I haven't forgotten it.
Good. Keep it with you.
That's something that to me, because it's something that's simple.
It's so attainable. It's so attainable, but so effective. People think to change your life, you have to change something 120% huge. You actually don't at all. You can change things this much. Eat just a little better. Dress just 1% better, you know, or read a book 1% longer. Like, whatever 100%. It may be, just a tiny amount, and it just, like, looking back, it will transform your life.
It's crazy when I started to feel like I was eating a little healthier, because I've always just ate like trash, like I never really gave a fuck. But it was when I started to eat a little bit healthier and like have healthier like meals for lunch, for example, or like doing like, you know, like chicken kebab plates with rice and like doing that. That's when I felt like I had the biggest physical transformation I've ever had. It was the most I had ever been. Like, people have been like, you're working out, and I was like, I've been working out for 5 years. Yeah. But now they're telling me, because there's more of a noticeable change, because I've gotten slightly healthier with my diet in comparison. Right. So it's like, oh shit. And that, again, that was a smaller adjustment for me. It wasn't something crazy.
Right.
But it made a huge difference.
Huge impact on your life. Yeah. So follow the 1% rule. We did it 120% redo on this room.
100%. We had a full revamp.
A gutting, if you will.
A gutting. But it's just going to keep getting cuter and cuter, I think.
It is. And so,
I'm so excited. Hope you guys like it. Let us know what you think.
This was like our dream when we started this podcast, but we didn't know what was going to happen with it, or where it was going to go.
We're going to keep doing it.
We were going to keep doing it, and like how like you guys would like it. So we had to take our time and like grow with it, you know, grow into it. So we're here. He's queer, and we're ready to party.
That's a clip.
That is a clip.
He's here. He's here. He's queer. Love it. But first of all, before we get into it, we're gonna do rapid fire today.
Oh, yes.
We're doing rapid fire. We're gonna talk about some topics, some hot topics. But rapid fire first, of course.
Rapid fire first. No, peaks and pits first.
I meant that.
Yep.
And you actually, I think you knew I had meant that.
I did.
Because you literally just agreed with me. You're like, yeah.
I knew. Look, the audience
knew too. And the audience, you guys knew what I meant.
They knew.
But I said something different. That's the thing. But let's start off. Should I go first?
Yes.
Why don't I start with my Peakiana?
All right.
Peakiana. I went to San Diego over the weekend.
Oh.
I went to San Diego for Pride. And honestly, it was so much fun. Like, I had a great time. Like, I had friends were moving back into town from like my past, and they were kind of like almost having like a mini reunion.
Yeah.
And they were like, I was texting one of my friends, and he's like, yeah, he's like coming back down, and you should come. And I was like, I should come, actually. So I decided to just like drive down there and do a full little Pride excursion, just hang out with everyone, because like they knew me pre-Miami way.
Isn't that
right?
So
they
cool?
just know a different version of me, even though it's like the same me.
So
it's
pure.
Different.
It's so pure.
It's a purer me.
It's non-tainted.
They know the diamond that was there. I'm cold
the diamond. Now.
Yeah, no, but they just know a different version of me, so it's just different. Like my experiences with them, like they're both like so chill and so normal and cool. And they're not like, they just like live life.
Yeah.
You know, and it's nice to have that juxtaposition because I have a lot of friends who are creators and we live in a creator world. And I'm literally like,
it's not the real
boom,
world.
Boom, boom, but it's not as real.
It's not as real. It's not as
like
real.
An online world,
there
if you will.
are privileges too that creators have. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like we recognize that.
Absolutely.
Because we have our real world too.
100%. And so it's just nice to get both worlds. And sometimes I feel like because I do live in LA, I'm enveloped in one world only.
LA is warped. It's warped.
LA will warp you.
It's a bubble.
So easy to get like entranced by it. But it's also really nice to also realize you're like, you know what? Like there's multiple facets of me, you know? And it's nice to go out with friends I have known for literally 15 years.
Cool.
And just like hang out with them and go out to the club and like the same clubs we went to before and have these experiences. I was just like, it was just fun dancing. I didn't get to bed 3 o'clock on Friday, 4:30 on Saturday.
I was waking up, texting Manny, and he went to go to bed.
I'm going to bed.
I was like, I just woke up. I have jet lag.
yeah. No, literally. And I was like, I'm literally barely going to bed. So it was just like, honestly, I just had a really, really great time. It was nice to go back. And San Diego, like, obviously will always be like home to me.
Yeah.
Even though LA is my home, LA or San Diego will always be like somewhere I can go and I feel comfortable.
That's how like
and
Alabama is.
Yeah, you just feel it. Or like going back to Florida, I'm sure you like feel like this is my place too.
Exactly.
You know, so that was just really fun. I had a great time.
That is so awesome. I was happy to hear you were going back whenever you told me you're gonna do
I know, I was like,
I'm
gonna do a little 1-2 out in the club.
And
I did.
I was happy to hear that. I love when you go back.
I have a little story about it too, honestly. But I'm gonna let you tell your peak first and I'll go back.
You sure?
100%.
Okay.
I was like, I'm 100%, but I do want to say this one thing for the pod.
Well, my peak is my trips that I want to back to back.
Literally.
Home, Barbara. You know how many people were like, wait, can you tell us everything on the podcast? I was like, that's so funny. My blog. Because in my blog, I was just saying I was going and they're like, tell us everything on the podcast.
Dude, I was talking about the story I was going to say. And they're like, tell us on the pod. And I was like, the way y'all know.
Even them, they're like, save it for the pod.
Save it for the pod. Save that shit.
I love it. So I got like a really cool opportunity with Porsche. So Porsche is actually pronounced Portia. And did you know I actually always knew this?
I did not know that, by the way.
I did. I have a good friend. Her name's Heather, and she's a friend from Alabama. And she always called Porsches. And I was like, are you sure you're right? And she's like, yes, girl, that's how they're pronounced. And I looked it up, and it was. But in America, we just call it Porsche.
Right.
For short, but the brand name is Porsche, and so many people battled me in the comments, and I showed the brand, and they were laughing. I was like,
and they're like,
they're literally like,
that's our name.
Yeah,
you're saying
like,
it correct.
And they're like, no, it's German. It's
Porsche.
Or they'd be like, it's a UH on the end. Porsche was like, no, it's not. It's a man's name. His name is Dr. Wolfgang Porsche. What a fucking name, by the way.
I didn't know that it was actually after a man's name. I had no idea. You just
that's his last name is
Wolfgang.
Porsche. His name is Dr. Wolfgang Porsche. If that man was meant to be wealthy.
If that man has a big cock.
Oh!
I know it's huge.
It is.
I know it's like.
His name is Wolfgang.
Your name is Wolfgang Porsche?
Child.
Like, baby, that man is fine.
Fine.
I know it. I just feel that's too. It's too good. It's too good.
So they had reached out to me. They sent me a little email. They were like, would you like to go to London to go to Wimbledon and the Goodwood Car Show and a ball? And I was literally read the email like 15 times because I was like, this is a scam. Mm-hmm. This is a scam. I know a scam when I see a scam. Y'all tried it. Blocked. Don't ever.
I'm like this.
Yep. Deleted. But turns out it wasn't because I texted my manager and she was like, oh no, they are inviting you. And I literally was like this. So the really cool thing is we had our Sicily trip already planned. We planned it long ago.
Right.
And the trip lined up perfectly. The start of that trip in London, it ended when our Sicily trip started.
It was too perfect.
The universe really...
The stars aligned, literally.
Said, here you go, and dropped me a little gift. I felt like that was a gift from the universe. So we were able to do all that in London and then just take a 3-hour flight over to Sicily, right over, and then do that trip. But the Porsche trip was just fantastic. It was like exuded luxury the whole time.
God.
Unreal.
I was living Wimbledon.
Unreal.
Let's clock that T.
Oh,
Wimbledon.
That is
Laura,
an experience.
That was sick.
That's a once in a lifetime. You know,
that's once in a life.
Okay, just to give you perspective, like an Alabama football game, our stadium holds over 100,000 people, so it's like crazy. Wimbledon is only 15,000 people. So it's very intimate, and it's such a crazy experience because I didn't know this. The whole stadium goes full silent when they start playing. full silent.
Really?
I'm talking about you
They don't want
can
to
hear
interrupt anyone.
whenever they hit the ball, you're not supposed to like golf, you're not supposed to disrupt. But imagine 15,000 people and you can hear a pin drop. It was insane watching this. Like, I couldn't believe I was there. And then the next day we went to the Goodwood. We saw like Porsches and all them racing. It was so cool. Now the Goodwood Festival of Speed is on the Duke and Duchess of Richmond's land. It's at their castle.
Thank you so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage, you guys. You know, being an adult, we need to go out and about and be adults and get things for ourselves.
Yes.
When it comes to ZocDoc, you guys, it is the most amazing app. That's a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and click to instantly book an appointment.
We're talking about in-network doctor appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care, skin care, and even so much more.
Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments.
Also, I like that their doctors are highly rated and they're verified by patients. So you get like the patient reviews. We check the reviews on everything. We both used ZocDoc many times, you know, and it's really awesome because like finding the right doctor that takes your insurance, that takes new patients right by you. It's so hard, but this really breaks it down and makes it so easy.
So stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/fool to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/fool, ZocDoc.com/fool.
This episode of Full Coverage is brought to you by BetterHelp. Comparison is really the thief of joy, and it's really easy to envy other people's lives, but it's really good just to take a step back and focus on what you really want instead. And you know what can help you do that? Therapy.
Absolutely. I'm a huge advocate in therapy. I've been in therapy multiple times in my life. I actually think it's amazing to just really get someone who can understand where you're coming from, a professional that will not just be a yes man, that will literally help you get through things. But I hope it's an amazing way to do it because it's an online therapy platform.
Because it's entirely online, it's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire and you can get matched with a licensed therapist. And what's really cool about it is you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
Stop comparing and start focusing with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/full coverage today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/full coverage.
Girl, Bridgerton. I'm not even kidding.
Literally living Bridgerton.
I'm not. It is. So the racetrack is their driveway because they're unreal, right? Like unreal. So then we went back and got ready and we had a formal invitation to their ball that night. So get this, the ball is like a shit ton of people. If you guys look at like the content post, you can see how many people were there, like so many people. But they have a massive like deluxe tent outside the castle where they have like 1 million tables. Portia said, we want our table to be inside the castle with the Duke and the Duchess. And there's like 8 tables in there. And so God only knows what they paid for us to sit in there.
To be in the castle with the Duke and Duchess, like, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like, you know that shit is like...
It's crazy.
Money. That's money. It's giving Met money.
Even walking through it and look, they have like all these paintings from the 18th century. It looks just like Bridgerton inside. Just like it. Like the flowers, like everything.
I lived. They're having a ball.
I know.
You literally went to a literal ball.
I went to a ball. And then after they did the most insane fireworks show I've ever seen in my life, I live in America and I always thought we like fireworks.
100%.
No.
We ain't got shit.
No. I have never seen this many fireworks. It went on for 30 minutes, but it was like 1 million of them going off at once. And it was just like so many fireworks that they were closing like the roads because they got so smoky. That's how many fireworks there were. I said, honey, I want to know what the budget was because I know it was blown.
Oh, baby, the budget
They blew the budget.
Non-existent.
It was.
Let's
it had
honest.
no cap.
There was no cap on the budget itself. The budget was null and void. It was a black hole.
It was a black hole.
Limitless.
The budget was limitless.
Wow.
Yes. So, like, to experience these things, I was just like, I felt like an outer body experience because I was like, who am I? Like, who am I right now?
100%.
You know what I mean?
How could you not? It's like humbling.
It's very humbling. Like, I come from very humble beginnings from Alabama, and now I'm at a ball in London. Like, what is happening?
With Portia.
It like took me a lot for me to absorb it. It took a lot for me to absorb with Portia. With Portia. And you know I'm the biggest Portia fan.
You had your Porsche for what, 7 years?
7 years. I've been driving one.
Like, it was a true, like, they invited you for the right reasons because you loved Porsche for this long and you've had a car for that long.
Yep.
That was from them. And you've kept the car.
Yeah.
Like, you clearly love the fucking car and you love the brand. So, like, it was a really true integration.
It was such a cool experience. And then we went to Sicily and just had the best trip. It was very relaxing. Personal trip. Very relaxing. Just all around an amazing trip. And it was so beautiful. So beautiful. So.
Gone for 11 days. Ooh. Do you know how much I miss this fucking bitch? I was like this. Because Laura's literally going to bed, like, waking up when I'm going to bed. I'm like.
Yeah, so we couldn't even talk. My screen time was 2 hours a day.
No way.
Yes, it even shook me.
That's
that was crazy. I know, because I was trying to like.
Mine's like 7 a day.
Damn, mine's probably like 5 a day regularly for real.
Yeah, my regular 7. Is this a wake up call?
Double homicide. I'm like.
It's 7.
Mine's 5.
Yeah, even like 5, like that's like.
You know,
that's a good substantial amount.
That's substantial.
7?
7 is a little hairy.
What if I'm 9?
You're getting in trouble for 9.
No, yeah, if I get to 9, like, honestly, arrest me.
You're getting in trouble for 9. Also, okay, Porsche gave us a private driver for the whole trip. Like, we could kind of go and do whatever we wanted. And, like, that driver was there. And, like, if we wanted to go leave and explore London, we just had a driver who wanted to go to McDonald's anywhere. We had the driver's phone number. And so each of us, they only invited 4 influencers on this trip. So I felt very special to be invited. But each of us got our own driver. And like, because you're in the car with these people, because we were in London, then we moved to Wimbledon, which Wimbledon is like a little town. It's called Wimbledon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And then we went to Sussex, and they're all like hours apart. So we were like traveling around London, which was really cool because I got to see a lot. But, you know, I connected with my driver, and he was in his late 60s. He said he was almost 70s. So they are all ex-cops that they hired. And
oh, shit.
Yes. And so, baby, me and him were connected. Okay, me and this man were besties. We got deep. We were telling each other.
I'm like,
honey.
Not too much now.
You leave Peter alone now. You leave Peter alone.
Don't try me.
Honey, me and Peter, we were telling each other everything. Like, literally family drama. Tell me about his home remodel. I was telling him about my podcast, my remodel. I mean, because we spent hours in the car together.
I mean, obviously.
I mean, we were talking about everything. We were talking about his accent. He loved my country accent.
I love that.
I was telling him, he was telling me all his stories because he's traveled to more states in America than I've been.
Holy shit.
Yes, he loves to travel. He's telling me all his trips he's done with his wife. He's sickening. So at the very end of the trip, when he dropped me off at the airport, me and him were kind of like, looked at each other like, this is like, we'll probably never see each other again. And we were sad, and he looked at me and he was like, I wish I could do his little accent. So precious. But he goes, you know how they say you only live once? I was like, yeah, Peter, I know. And he was like, you live every single day of your life and you die once. So go out there and live your life to the fullest. And I was like, I'm gonna
Why is that the sweetest thing I've ever fucking heard?
This man told me that I live my life every day and I die once. It's not YOLO. And so he's like, go out there.
It's Yodo.
It's Yodo. You only die once. So he was like, you go out there. And we hugged.
What a sweet literal angel.
I was like, you're the fucking best, man. Yeah.
I mean, like, for them to be, like, for him to work with Portia that long and, like, to be with them, like, he's clearly amazing because, like, they wouldn't have someone that, like, got complaints or, like, whatever it might be. Like, he clearly is, like, the sweetest little freaking angel.
All 4 of the drivers were ex-cops, and they said a lot of companies like to hire ex-cops for that kind of stuff because they are really good drivers.
Needs
they know
speed. They can
their way around everything. They can get through anything. Like, they're really smart to take care of people.
That.
So it was like very interesting. He told me all his cop stories, by the way. All the fucking
I know.
tea.
Sick.
All the tea.
I know that shit was sick.
And they have no guns over there. So he said all of his years being a cop, he never carried a gun. And if they ever saw one or like found one, they can't even touch it.
I didn't know that.
I did not either.
I'm actually really, really shocked.
He gooped and gagged
and
me.
I bet there's a lot less crazy crime out there too.
Right. But he was telling me how many times he got his ass beat and like
sure.
stomped and everything.
Oh, I'm sure. But the gun violence is a lot less.
Oh, yes.
Almost non-existent.
Almost non-existent, if you will. So, yeah. But
what a sickening trip.
It was just so sickening. Like,
sickening, well-deserved trip.
Man, it was unreal. I'll remember it forever, for sure.
100%.
100%. Like a bucket list. Like, it was not on my 2024 bingo card to go do any of that.
Right.
And it just fell in my lap.
Up.
It just fell in my lap. And I asked her, I was like, how did you guys find me and pick me? And they were like, just have a system for what they want. And they said they picked 20 influencers. And they said that, they started with their top 4. And I was in the top 4. But they said all of the top 4 said yes immediately.
Thank God.
I know.
You said yes.
Oh, yes.
Because it could have gone to freaking...
yeah.
You were literally in Drag Race top 4.
Yeah, I was in Drag Race top 4.
You were lip syncing for your life to get that trip.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So really cool opportunity, man.
I love
Cloud
that.
9.
I'm so proud. I'm so happy that you were
you.
able to do that. And I was rooting for you from here the whole time.
I know you were. Thank you.
I was like, yeah. I was in the DMs like, fuck
he
yeah.
was.
Fuck
he was.
yeah.
Yep. So exciting.
It's so cool. I just love it. I
Yeah.
love that you got to do these really, really cool things.
Never
That's
thought
amazing.
I'd ever get to do something like that. So you never say never.
You never say never. Honestly,
you
you
never
live
say never.
every day.
I do
say.
life saying anything can happen at any time.
Oh, absolutely.
Optimism,
I mean, also just optimism, keeping like, the energy open to receive.
Yes, receiving.
Really cool opportunities.
And yoga, I always do my
manifestation.
hands like this. This is for grounding. This is for receiving.
Mm-hmm.
And I always do receiving.
I'm a big receiver.
Honey, I'm like this. Ga.
I love to receive.
Yep.
That's sickening, Laura. That's fucking
Thank
cool.
you. All right, tell me your story, San Diego
Oh
story.
my God, these bitches tried me.
Oh!
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna make it'll be like formed into my pit time.
Okay.
But so I was in San Diego. I was out and about. I wanted to be kind of like promiscuous. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm
I
not
was feeling the
shocked.
promiscuous fantasy because I was in San Diego. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be like reverted back to old me. But the thing is, like, I'm not the old me. I'm Miami Way now.
Yeah.
So it is a very different experience going out compared to what I was going out. Because like last time, like I would go out and I would like look at someone and be like, let's make out. Like I was very much that person back in the day. And now I'm getting clocked left and right.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm getting like, are you Miami Way? Can we take a photo? Like
Yeah.
constantly, like the entire time, right? Which is a huge blessing. It's like really fun to do. And I love taking photos with people. But it takes me out of the like,
Fantasy.
the fantasy
Yeah.
of me being like this like mysterious ass fucking bitch.
Are
Like
you married
going through the
anyway?
and I'm like, yes, I am. So the shop boy ends up coming up to me. Like, do you guys want shots? Like, do you want to do like shots to like my group? I was like, no, you can ask them though. Like they drink, I don't drink. So then he like leaves, they take shots. He comes back and he's like, are you Manny MUA?
Oh.
Like with the shots. And I was like, I am. He's like, we're all talking about it back there. Like all the
God.
employees, like we're all back there talking about you. And I was like,
Cool.
like that's fucking cool. I was like, I hope that's all good things.
Yeah.
Right. So then he was like, can I pay you to take a photo of you?
Pay
Me to take a photo. So he pulls out his phone and goes, can I pay you? And I was like, no, like I'm not gonna charge you to take a photo with me. Like that's like I'm just not gonna do that. It's just not my tea. So
Yeah.
he was like pulling up his Venmo. Literally to Venmo
my
me to take. I was like,
God,
I'm not
no.
doing that. Like literally just take a photo. So then he dead ass looks at me in my eyes and he goes, can I pay you to suck your dick?
Oh. And you said yes. Why not? Just kidding. You said,
Why not?
You said you can do it for free.
I literally was like,
just kidding.
right now. No, I was like, I literally started busting out laughing, and I know he was being serious, but I was like, no, you can't. Like, you absolutely cannot. But it was just funny to me. I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. But he was basically like, I want you to top me, and I was like, I don't know. The thing is, like, if you clock me so quickly like that, and then you're automatically wanting to hang out, hook up with me, I'm so immediately out of the fantasy.
Also, it's a red flag.
It's a red flag. So I'm like, okay, are you wanting to hook up with me now because you just clocked me? Because you were just here and you didn't say anything. But now that you're here and you're like, oh my God, you're Manny MUA, like, can I suck your dick? I'm like, no,
Girl,
you
no,
can't.
no.
We're not gonna pound. We're not gonna do anything. Like, that's absolutely not gonna happen, right? So the dude, he was basically like asking to pay me for sex.
Is the crazier things have happened.
Absolutely.
But
But like I've actually never been in person proposition for like a money exchange in sexual situations. Online, absolutely.
so did you find any hot guys to make out with in San
No.
Diego? No.
I didn't.
Stop.
I honestly, I really wanted to, but both days was like really, really intense. And maybe because it's like my hometown, maybe because it's Pride, like there's so many things going on. Like I was so inundated to the point where my friends were like,
okay.
Thank you so much to Shopify for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. You guys, Shopify is the best all-in-one commerce platform capable of handling your business complexity no matter how big you are and you grow. Truly, it is amazing. Me and Laura are huge fans of Shopify. We use Shopify with our businesses, Lunar Beauty and Minim LA, and we cannot rave more about it.
Also, if you're thinking this is going to be a total headache to migrate your platform over, don't even worry about that. They got you covered. Shopify makes it all so easy. They also have a bunch of stylists, no coding customizations, and themes for your website. It is so user-friendly. Me and Manny can basically go in the back end and do anything, and we're not even tech
Ourselves.
people. Yes,
if
ourselves.
we wanted to.
It is so easy. So stop leaving sales on the table. Switch your business to Shopify and discover why millions trust Shopify as their all-in-one commerce platform to build, grow, and to run their businesses.
Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/full coverage, all lowercase. That's 1 month for just $1 at shopify.com/full coverage, shopify.com/full coverage. Mind you, they're used to it because like even I was still friends with them when I started doing it. But like it was still just like a lot more than I had remembered even happening back in San Diego, you know?
Yeah.
So it was just like a lot. And for me, like I get taken out of the fantasy really fast when I'm like in this like zone of like, oh my God, I want to make out with guys. But then I get like, are you marrying me away? And then the flash is on me and then everyone's looking at me and I'm like,
I was trying to make out with somebody.
I was just trying to be sneaky. I was trying to be sneaky thing. And it's so funny because I was watching Drew Afualo's podcast with Chapel Roan. And she was asking, she's like, what do you miss the most? She's like, I miss frolicking at the club. And I literally was like,
you said relatable.
It literally gagged me because I like didn't know what there was a term for it. I was like, I didn't know what that was. And because I just always felt this feeling of like missing the idea of like being able to kind of do whatever I want. And she was like, I miss just being able to go out there, just being a mess, acting a fool. And like, I can't really do that anymore. And I was like, maybe I just can't really do that anymore.
Right.
You know, and that's just like not the vibe anymore. And I need to just be more focused on like dating and like kind of grinding, especially as I get older, dinners and like that connection and not being as frolicky, because if I'm not willing to be Manny MUA and still make out with all these strangers and have them like potentially record me, because people were like this, like, yes, they were. Oh, absolutely. It happened to me a couple times. And so when that happens, I get more introverted almost, you know, because I'm like, after 2018, I've been traumatized.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that hookup story with that guy made up.
Yeah, with the sriracha guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
After that happened to me, I literally was like...
Or remember you took a photo with a guy and he said you were his ex? And y'all are just some guy that came up to you and wanted a photo. It was like me and my ex.
Made up a whole story about... And he's like, look at...
And do you know what's crazy? People will believe anything. It like sucks. Like people can literally sit down, make a YouTube video and say anything happened. And like people will not even question it.
They'll believe it.
It's crazy.
And there was believed for me. And
yeah,
I literally was like...
believed.
And so honestly, like that triggered me so much back at the... Like that, it's like just stuck with me where I was like, I'm just going to be more of just aware of my surroundings.
Yeah.
So that actually, even though that was fake and it never happened, I'd rather be able to be like, that was fake and it never happened than someone actually try to clock me and be like, it did happen. And here's proof.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just very more conscious and aware of like that I am Manny MUA and I'm not just the type of person that I can just go out, make out, and just keep it pushing.
I'm so happy I'm married.
You know what I mean? Oh my God! I'm so fucking jealous.
Let me tell you.
The streets are crazy.
The streets are crazy. The streets are crazy,
Lord, the streets are
Manny.
fucking crazy. I literally got propositioned for sex 2 days ago.
Oh my God. See?
Bro, what?
There's no way.
So for me, I'm just like, you know what? That was an experience.
Yeah, it was.
And honestly, I was really going down to hang out with the girlies, like my old friends. I wasn't going down to like specifically hook up. So I wasn't like on the hunt. I was just like happy to be there.
Right.
You know, with them.
Right.
But it still would have been nice.
Yeah.
It still would have been lovely. But yeah, it was quite wild.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, my pit is I don't know. I have a few because I experienced some things.
Well, we're going to give us one.
Well,
You're going to save it for the next episode as well.
I'll save one for next. Okay, so we kind of ran into the overall global Microsoft blackout, which grounded all planes because it happened the night before our flight. So all the riffraff leftovers was, oh my God. We were like, we're never going to get to go home. And you know, by that time on that trip, you're so ready to go home. Like you were screaming, crying, throwing up, ready to go home. So let me just say this. When the TSA in America are screaming at you, just look them in the eye and say thank you. You thank them. Because the laissez attitude in European airports, girl,
it's a different world.
I'm like this.
Because they're just in general more laissez.
America is hustle bustle, baby. You better get your laptop out.
Run.
And run. We will get you to your flight. That is the thing about America. You will get through security.
Yep.
You will get your bag checked unless there's a blackout. But on a regular basis, like there's no laissez.
It's hustle and bustle here.
If you fuck around in that line in security, they will
People are gonna get you.
Shred. You will be embarrassed.
Filth.
Okay. In Europe, darling, I think, y'all, it was the craziest. It's not only do we know, like, the airport, like, you walk in there and it's just, like, a million people. Absolutely. And the lines are, like, out the door. Like, it's, like, the most insane thing. We get to the airport in Italy. It's, like, the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. So they don't even... In that airport, they do not even allow you to start checking your bags until like 2 hours before the flight. They will not even open the line. So you know how in America, some people get to the airport 3 hours early and check them in? They're like, you guys got to all stand here. Hours. And so they hadn't even finished checking in the flight before us. So we have to get in line behind it's just like honestly the worst. So we finally get on the plane. It took the full 2.5 hours. Okay. And we were in Sky Priority lines, just so you know. So if we were in regular, it would have probably taken like 3 to 4 hours. It was just insane. And when they're checking you in security, it is so laissez. They do not give a shit if you make your flight. Yeah. Okay. Literally, they don't care. And it's funny because all the Americans suddenly find each other in the airport and they're like yeah, we're all like, what the fuck is going on? Because we're used to the hustle and bustle. So we finally get on the plane and naturally the plane is delayed. There's a luggage problem. So then on the side of the plane where they were loading the luggage, they're not telling us clearly what's going on, but 45 minutes have gone on and the plane hasn't taken off. And keep in mind, we have a connection in Paris and everybody on the plane has a connection. Everybody on the plane has a connection. Out. Everybody's freaking out. So then people are looking out the window and they start seeing their luggage come off the plane, go on a truck and drive off. That caused anarchy on this grounded plane. Okay, people were screaming, getting out of their seats. I've never seen a woman get out of their seat, walk, open the door to the cockpit of the pilot and start
fuck? To the pilot?
Yes. I was in shock because she saw her luggage go. And so basically they finally told us that there's too much luggage for the flight and that the flight is overweight. So half of us do not get luggage. We don't know who, but half of you don't get luggage. And they didn't want to tell us that, but they saw it out the window. I couldn't see it out my window. I was on the other side of the plane. So it caused anarchy on the plane. Like, I would say like 6 or 7 people were up screaming at the flight attendant, the pilot, like whoever was in control. And me and Ty just stay seated. And we were Sky Priority, so honestly, I was like, chances are they're probably not going to take our luggage off.
Because usually gets put in first.
Usually. First. Yeah. So, and the people that paid double for their flight, they're probably not going to leave it. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Honestly, it could be crazy.
It could be. You never know. You never know. But the thing is, we knew, like, they're not going to put your luggage back on the plane for screaming at them. It's gone.
100%.
So the problem is, if your luggage goes off that plane and now we're delayed about an hour and a half, then you miss your connecting flight. Where does that luggage go? And that was what everybody was asking. And they go, we don't know. They said your luggage can only go with you if you make it to a final destination. And if you miss your connection, you don't have a final destination. So we don't know where that's what they said.
Bro.
They said you can just talk to someone whenever we land at Paris at the desk. That's literally was their response.
And that's their tone.
That's also their tone. Absolutely.
You can just figure it out.
Yeah, they're like, because she was like, it'll go to your final destination. Well, if I missed my connection, I wouldn't have a final destination. She was like, that's correct. She was like, so where would my luggage go? They were like, we don't know.
Beats me.
How crazy is that? Okay, so all that happens, anarchy on the plane. Then the pilot goes, we took half your luggage off. We are now set. The plane's weight is set. We can take off, but we missed our takeoff time and we're really backed up from that shortage yesterday. So it's another hour delay on the tarmac. So all the people who had a mere chance of making their connection now have 0 chance. And it is confirmed their luggage will just go to outer space. Like
vanish.
It will vanish.
It'll vanish into thin air.
Yes. Yes, and in European countries, so in America, they have like a 2-hour policy where they cannot hold you on a plane. They have to park and get you off the plane. Like you can't sit on the tarmac for over 2 hours, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is.
In Europe, I don't think there's a time. So I think we sat there for 3 hours on that plane. So this is the best news, okay? Because like I'm not saying anything. Me and Ty never spoke. We never got up. We just let it happen because it was out of our control.
I was gonna say there's. Even yelling at the 5 people was like, there's nothing we can do. Nothing can be done in that situation.
So we just chill. We're just straight chilling. We're just like, honestly, like, I just want to go home. So, like, whatever happens, happens.
Literally.
And plus, I felt really bad for the flight attendant and the pilot, like, having to deal with that. It's not their fault. I just felt really bad for them. So I wasn't going to make their day any harder. Anyways, so we had a 4-hour layover in Paris because... Praise be. But you know that Paris airport is the fucking devil. That's the one I went through hungover.
Oh, yeah.
That's the devil. So we did a 4-hour layover there and we barely made our flight. That's how long we were delayed. 4 hours. The pits.
And you barely made it.
Of hell. The pits of hell is European travel.
That's crazy. Not only is European travel just harder in general.
It's hard.
In general, the Microsoft shutdown. You want to talk about pandemonium?
Pandemonium.
I've been seeing so many viral clips too of people in airports going absolutely fucking bonkers on the employees as if they can control it.
Yep.
As if it's the employee's fault. Bro, they can't do anything about it.
No.
All they can do is try to do the best that they can. They're the messengers.
Just the messengers. And what's crazy is if we didn't make our Paris flight, I think we would have been stuck in Paris for around 2 days because we were already on our plane looking to book another flight that night in Paris or the next morning first thing. There is no flights available because of the blackout. Everybody has booked every flight because everything's backed up. So there's nothing available. So I would have been trapped in Paris for days and we ran like hell through that airport and we made our flight. But if we didn't make that flight, doomed.
You'd be in there right now, actually.
I would probably be in Paris right now trying to get home. Yeah. Awful.
I'm gagged.
Honey, the good Lord was with me.
Baby, the good Lord literally was like,
when I got on that plane in Paris, I was the happiest person on earth.
Oh, I'd be like, I'm never traveling again, but thank you so much.
I was like, I will never leave this grand country ever
We love you.
We let the eagles scream, baby.
The eagles screaming right
now. Let the ice cubes pour, the AC blow, and the eagles screech.
Ice cubes, AC.
That's food. That's Dr. Pepper.
Baby,
my own bed.
There's just like a lot of comfort in the things that you grew up with.
Yes.
So much comfort in it.
My culture is
Getting
ice cubes.
Coming back to America, it's just kind of like, oh my God, I'm home.
Oh my God. You think I don't have culture? Wait till you leave the country and all of a sudden ice. Where's the fucking ice? If you give me one more hot Coca-Cola, I'm going to fucking
No, what about like even like not cold milk?
Oh yeah, everything in Europe they like to dip everything in England everything in mayonnaise, French fries and all. Tyler has a lot of European friends that are from Ireland and they're big mayonnaise people like that, and I give them a hard time. I bully them a little bit.
You're like, hey,
they'll be
freak.
dunking their fries in mayo, and they'll be like, I put it on my hot dog too, and I'll be like, ugh.
I can see it like going in like a hot dog maybe.
I love mayonnaise. But that is not my condiment. I would just like dump out and dip on a tray.
Not everything.
No. It's ketchup. Ketchup's the condiment here. Wouldn't you say?
100.
Like that's
ketchup and ranch are like
they dip their nuggies in everything in mayo.
No, it's literally like ketchup and ranch here are like probably the top.
Top two. There's no 100%. Yellow mustard in the country of England.
What color is it?
This is Dijon.
Is Dijon not mustard?
That's not yellow mustard.
It's brown?
Yeah, it's like Dijon. That's not real mustard to me.
Is that a color?
Dijon is like the brand. It's like, I don't know. It's like a honey. It's like a weird. It's not it, babes.
I'm so scared.
Girl,
and I know that shit's spicy too. Spicy ass mustard. I'm like, no. I don't want that bullshit.
I was like, okay, all right. No kid, no, right now. Oh, man. Y'all got yellow mustard? No.
No, we don't.
No. I was like, I knew I tried it.
You tried it.
I tried it.
That's like you asking for a Dr. Pepper. You're like.
Yeah, I didn't even ask. I did find one in the airport at Heathrow, but I mean, I knew that was out on that one.
You just have to sacrifice what you can sacrifice.
You do.
A Journey from Hell.
It was a journey from hell.
Because coming back was hell. There was amazing, but
the crazy thing is, like, all the American people, I'm not even gonna lie, you would think we were the ones acting up, but I swear to God, like, we were all just seated and praying
and chilling.
And there was a bunch of people that were going to New York, like we connected with. Like I told you that, like we were all talking to each other in the airport because the lines were fierce, and they, oh babes, they were stuck in Paris for days.
Days.
Yep.
It's a blessing you guys got.
A blessing.
Out.
Even
really
they were they were to the point where they were trying to book a flight on our flight to Los Angeles just to get back to America. They were literally trying to fly from Paris to Los Angeles just to get into the heartland, man.
Bro. That's how bad
that's
the
how
system
bad.
is
That is how bad
right
it
now.
Was. They just wanted to get back to their country.
It's still, that happened on Friday. It's still backed up now.
It's still backed up now. It's still backed up now.
Like,
that is how fragile our system is. If that
That's
doesn't
scary.
show you how, that is terrifying.
That's so scary.
How truly fragile we are as humanity. Like, we are fragile. Our systems
We're
are
fucked.
Yeah.
Even.
If any disaster or anything happens, like, just completely destroyed.
This is why all those movies that are like disaster movies, it's like, sounds
It's
about
very
right.
real.
Like,
It's
looks
very
about right
real.
to me.
This is
like,
a great example
A Quiet Place, yeah, we're fucked.
to remind us how fragile we are.
I'm good.
I'm gonna stay home.
I'm gonna stay home.
I'm gonna stay home now. I'm not leaving.
If I can't drive there, I ain't going.
If I can't drive, I ain't going. Y'all are done. And I want a gas car too.
And I want gas even more.
Y'all ain't playing me.
Dude, yeah, no. Absolutely not. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
You
Well, should we
wanna do
get
the
into the
hot
hot
topics?
toppies? Also, mini pit at the end.
Oh,
Love Island's over. Going into
that hurts.
literally
Yes,
into the topic.
Let's go into
literally
it.
like that. The fact that Love Island is just finished the 36th episode. No more, but there is a reunion happening. I'm
In
so
August.
grateful. Praise be. It's done, and the thing is, like, it's become such a routine for me because I would watch every day at 6 o'clock. And I loved Ariana Madix as the coach.
Oh,
as the host.
fantastic.
She did such a great job.
She
I
was
obviously didn't watch
so
Vanderpump, but I
good.
was like, I like this girl. I just liked her.
She is, listen, she was very, very good host, by the way. Did a fantastic job. But on Vanderpump, I think you slightly see a bit of a different person. I feel like she bossed the fuck up for this role, and I was so proud of her. Like, I feel like she, like, really honed in on being an actual host, which also she was on Dancing with the Stars. I know she wasn't hosting, but still, I'm sure that
also on
led
Broadway.
her. Oh, yeah.
Chicago,
So this, honey,
Chicago.
Tom
So
cheating on
she's
her was
literally,
the
like,
best
the
thing
best
that
thing
ever
that ever happened
happened
to
to her. But she was so fantastic.
She's so beautiful.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
honestly, like, I love. So obviously, like, if you guys do not know, if you're living under a rock, Love Island has taken over the world.
Yes.
Love Island USA this season
Yes.
has taken over, like, the entire United States of America. Like, it is everywhere, all over social media. It's like all these clips, the castmates, like the people in the villa, like, blew the fuck up on social media because people love them. They just, like, it was a good cast when it comes to, like, drama and just craziness happening. Like, I've never actually watched Love Island before, so this is my first
crazy to
Love
me.
Island experience.
That's crazy to me.
I know, and now I'm like,
You're
what the fuck
hooked.
have I been missing?
I have some seasons I'm going to get you to watch, though. So your
'Cause I'm gonna
routine can
need-
continue because there are some other good seasons. But you know UK is always the
UK.
best. UK is the best, but the US took UK this time.
this year.
This time the casting was just so right. But you know what's so funny? Like, a lot of people weren't from the US on the US season.
Liv.
All the guys, like pretty
The guy-
much most of the
Kane?
guys. Yeah.
Like a bunch of the, I was like, oh, they're not even from Aaron.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are not from the U.S. Like they booked them and they're like, you're gonna come out.
But my
here.
thing is, the only reason I say that is because, like, what if they couple up and, like, they don't live in the U.S. So
I think
they
that's
go,
I feel like that's part of the show, honestly.
like, they go back.
Like I feel like that's part of the show to make it where like they have to have these deep combos and they make it almost like not dramatic, but they definitely are like, this is a hardship that we're gonna face. So they
Okay.
almost make it for TV to be like, we live in different countries.
Yeah, must be.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's definitely like part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Who right now is your favorite person on the show?
Leah's the most entertaining. Honey, she carried.
Carrie.
Someone has to be messy.
She's the one.
She
She's
is
my
the one.
favorite.
Yeah. And I liked her from the jump, though. There's something about her personality. I think she showed, like, the most of how, like, any natural person would kind of feel in a lot of these situations and the things they'd
She
want
gives
to
me
do.
the most authentic vibe.
Yeah.
for
So, like,
sure.
when you're watching her, maybe all her decisions aren't grade A decisions, but it's, like, very real.
But you would probably do that too.
It's so real. And I feel like she was, like, kind of the most vulnerable on the show.
For sure. I feel like, I think that's a big reason that people like she's really resonated with people is because like the things that she said, the things that she's done, it's so like real and like how you would actually probably feel in similar situations, literally just living your life in these villas, trying to date multiple people at a time, and like what actually goes through your head.
She
and
was
she just
like,
says whatever is happening.
She would like be so real. And even when she was breaking up with Connor, I feel like she was so like, I am a problem. Like I have problems. Like it was like kind of cool to see someone
she's like,
recognize it and not try to like gaslight or tiptoe. Rob was like not into him.
Rob is more
loved
of a
him for 3 minutes, and he is such a gaslighter. I mean, I don't love the way everything played out, but I just feel like, ugh. I got the ick card.
I got the ick too, and like honestly, I thought he was like the most handsome.
I do too.
I thought he was so cute. I was like, damn, this fool's fine as fuck. But like you would get to know his personality more. I'm like,
he gaslit Leah so hard.
Gaslight her, girl bossed her.
He had her apologizing for him basically ditching her. She was apologizing for having an emotion
reaction,
any reaction like that.
That shit gagged me.
And when he went and hid under the pool, I said, get him out of here. Get him out. He's got to go.
I like that whole situation was absolutely fucking horrendous. Horrendous. Like Casa, insane. Movie night, fucking insane. These situations are absolutely insane. I honestly, so Leah follows me on Instagram, and we've like become recent mutuals, right? Recent mutuals. I'm like, I feel like Leah would be so good to have on the pod.
Yes.
I want to have Leah on. But she just got back, so I'm like, you're very overwhelmed. She was like, I'm really overwhelmed right now. She's like, I'm very inundated. Like, I'm very overwhelmed. I want to throw my phone in the ocean. Like, things are like.
I bet.
Because imagine she went in with what, 12,000 followers. She came out with 1.5 million.
Crazy. She was the most followed.
Is the most followed girl. On the show.
Who was the most followed guy?
I think Rob.
Okay.
I think Rob was
had like the most drama and like girls. So a lot of times, whenever you have the most camera moments, you tend to be the most followed.
So yeah, she was like it blew the fuck up, and so she's like, "Yo, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I'm it's such a blessing, but this is crazy." So I want to definitely ask her, but I'm not trying to be all like, "Hey, come on my podcast like right now." Like, I don't want to be like that. So I'm definitely gonna ask her, but I would love to have her on and just kind of deep dive in her head and be like, what's it really like? What did you guys see that we do not see?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. I want to know, I was like, is the perception the reality?
Yeah.
Is Aaron gay? Does he have a crush on Rob? Tell us about Kendall.
Kendall.
I have questions.
Yeah.
Obviously, after, I'm sure a lot of people that watch Love Island have seen those leaks.
I feel like this season too, they showed like an extreme amount of girl gang and girl power.
I love
girl. There was so much of that.
Maybe that's why I loved it so much too. Because I love
the camaraderie.
I have like this just absolute love for girls. Like, Liv would piss me off, and I would love her. Liv would piss me off, and I would love her. Like, I had this like up and down with Liv. But like the way she rode for the girls, like the way she does.
I personally thought like Liv just had such a backbone.
Yes,
and would, like,
she would say what everyone was thinking.
Say what everyone was thinking. It was so real. And also, who else? Janae. Literally.
Janae's like probably like my favorite.
You could tell how sweet girl. She was.
She's just a sweet.
You could tell.
Girl that actually genuinely just like wants love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And cares and like really gives a fuck. So I really like a lot of the girls, and I like that they really cared about each other.
What did you think whenever they all ganged together to send Andrea home? It shocked me. Now it shocked me.
I haven't been shocked like that on a reality show in centuries, eons even, some might say. That was fucking
fierce,
crazy.
Baby.
The fiercest TV I've seen.
Baby, if it was you up there, I'd be like, it was my choice. Send her ass home.
Send her ass home.
And
you
be up there single as fuck.
I'd be like,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like this.
And the gag is too, Janae's like, it's so obvious they're talking about me. Like the whole thing was a meltdown. Aaron bawling his eyes out because I was like, why the fuck did you going off on the girls? And I'm like, first of all, y'all didn't have to make a decision.
Aaron cried every time anything happened.
Every time. And I'm like, why are you crying more for Rob than Taylor?
He was. He cried more for Rob than Kaylor.
I was like, that boy's gay.
Yeah.
But no, that shit was absolutely fucking nutso.
And
then literally when she gets like, Rob was like, so I know you sent her home. And Leah's like, and Liv comes in. It's a full situation. That's what I want to ask Leah about. I want to make Leah. Was it you? Were you the headliner of that choice?
Girl.
Because I think
I mean, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
At the end of the day, it's you or them. So like at the end of the day, that's your experience too.
So crazy. You watch Leah just go through this turmoil with not with Andrea, but with Rob. Because of Andrea. It's not Andrea's fault. It's Rob's fault. He chose, but still. Andrea was the factor who came in, and Rob was in a pretty strong connection and just came in mercilessly, and just snatched him up. And Leah, you just see her completely wrecked, distraught, like fucked, like Rob lied to her the whole time. I really like you, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
What literally just sounded just like that.
So literally, and then the turntables turn so quickly, where Andrea is literally just as upset as Leah. I don't know. It's just like, it's funny how, she's like, yeah,
it sucks.
It hurts, doesn't it? Like, it can happen to you too. She's like, I literally just went through this because of you, and now you're going through this because of me.
How the turns have tables.
Yep.
But like, the thing is too, what I was like talking to her, to Laura about this before. I was like, when you're on a show like this, there's a social game at play. If you're someone that only is in there just to meet that man, not be friends with the girls, it's gonna bite you in the ass.
Totally.
I promise you that. Because the thing is, like, for example, look at Janae. They didn't even think of potentially voting for Janae to be out of the house. They didn't give a fuck. It was like between Nicole and Andrea only.
Yep.
Right? It was them only. Janae wasn't even a thought in their mind.
Yep.
And she was at most, I guess, technically valid to go home. If you want to keep it 100. She was most valid to go home, but because they loved her so much, because she was a girl's girl, they kept her.
That social
play,
baby.
That is the importance of a social play in a game, because at the end of the day, you are winning money. And it is a game. And yeah, you want to find love, and love is like a big part of it. But like, it is also about winning a prize, and it does dwindle down to a certain amount of people. And it was like
Andrea only connected with Rob in there, and like every clip she's just like connected like up Rob's ass, and like that's okay, that's your man, but also you have to remember like why you're there.
But like, it was like, if you're not going to be hanging out with the girls at all, and you're not gonna make friends with the girls, there's going to be decisions made.
Also, you
and the
stole
girls are like, fuck
one
you.
of the main girls' man who was best friends with all the girls, and like they watched you just like rip them away, and I don't even blame Andrea for that.
No, for sure.
Still,
like,
I mean, that was Rob. That's part of the show. It's like how it goes, but it's like, because that was your choice to go after someone that was super taken versus someone that was more open. This is how that kind of stuff can transpire. I was literally, when they said her name,
gobsmacked.
Okay, gobsmacked. But my favorite part is whenever Rob's like 30 minutes later, so I'm gonna stay.
No, when he's like, you're sending 3 home.
Yeah. Oh, he tried. He said
all
for
3
the
of us.
drama.
He's like holding her, and he's like, no, all of us are going home.
Yes. He was like, so now y'all got 3. Girl,
I've decided
30
to
minutes
stay.
later, the way he told her, he's like, so I'm gonna stay.
And she's like, she wants so badly to be like, come with me.
Yeah.
But she didn't want to be like,
you can't, because then he'll regret it, and then he'll end up being gone anyway.
100%.
And also, girl, let the truth play out.
Let it be.
Because it didn't take him very long to move on.
Oh. Honey, it sure fucking didn't.
It sure didn't.
It sure didn't. No, that shit was crazy. And I love Leah in like the front being like, no, you sent a 3 home. And look at you in your overalls. That shit was so funny, and it's the truth. Like, it's literally,
you know what I loved when he got up and ditched her, and she said, "Fuck you."
Which is this.
Fuck you. And it was like,
and he was so glad. He's like, excuse me. She's like,
fuck you.
That's what I felt in love with Leah even more when she goes.
Too. Oh, girl. I said,
and then she
you
goes
just
like
got all my points. Yeah.
She literally starts laughing because she's literally like.
She got all my points when she said that.
I'm obsessed.
I'm like, give it to him. Boom. Boom.
Same. That's when I was like, you are literally my favorite girl.
Embarrass his ass.
Embarrass him. He deserved it. Like, and I'm so glad. And I love. Have you noticed that Rob rolls his eye all the time?
Yes.
He's always like, and he always does this like little like. Like it was like, girl.
Rob had so much potential.
He did. I'm so disappointed.
And I could have totally respected him if he straight up, after that one day with Andrea, was straight up with Leah and just been like,
yo, listen,
I fell hard and
it's
like
boots.
This is gonna be stronger. No, he never did that. It was, I like you, I still like you a lot, I still like you a lot, we have a strong connection.
Because they want to play the field. That's the thing. Because if it doesn't work out, they want to have a back burner.
Yep, he wanted a back burner. So he like sacrificed her feelings and led her on, and then literally just got up in front of everybody and just ditched her. It was literally crazy. It was crazy.
That's why it's like, it's such crazy TV, because I feel like they just don't, like, when people were talking about Love Island USA this season, they were just saying like, it's not usually like this. Like, this is such a crazy season because
There's
of how
normally, like,
wild it is.
one or two wild things that happen. This was like constant
Every 2
with these couples. With these couples, it was
battles
nonstop. Like as soon as you thought it was safe.
I mean, just Casa alone is just absolutely fucking wild. Like that changed the whole trajectory of the show.
Wow.
So we love Love Island. That's what we're saying.
What is our next? Let me get out my
lay out your handy.
Let me get out my leisure. Is that what they call it? The leisure?
When Laura, she had got up earlier and she left her little crumpled up notes of the episode. And I'm like, Laura, these are our notes for on the fucking
I'm a professional.
on the brat post-it. Like what?
Honey, it's brat season.
It's brat season, man.
Cody Ko.
Woo!
Child. What's going on with Cody Ko?
Diva, that one is like still
His time has come.
The time has come to
the reckoning.
Answer the call. Because so obviously the situation we talked about a little bit in a previous episode talking about the Tana situation and how they had got together when Tana was underage and she'd come out and she talked about
Trisha's
it. Trisha podcast, her own podcast, and people weren't really taking it as serious.
Yeah.
They were kind of just like, girl, sure. And the thing is, Cody is so liked. We talked about this. Like Cody is so liked.
Straight man.
White man.
Straight white man. Probably
very
has
like frat boy
vibe. Quite a male audience. So
absolutely.
A lot of those
they don't give a fuck. A lot of the straight men are literally like, we don't care. We don't give a thing. So D'Angelo Wallace, who's a big commentary channel, actually made a video about it, doing more of the expose on Cody, and called out people being like, the fact that people are like letting this slide because it's Tana, who to some people they can rally behind her, be against her, not like her, is crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy that you guys are just letting this slide. So it basically really reignited the situation all over again. And now there's been so many more things kind of popping up from his past, from like different vines, and like potentially he could have been, you know, allegedly talking to another 17-year-old girl doing content with her, and like who knows what could have happened, especially him finding out from Gabby Hanna, which has all been like kind of verified now from multiple sources, that she did say like, hey, she's underage.
And he knew good and damn well.
And he knew good and damn well.
She was Tana. I could have Googled her name. Like, even if Gabby Hanna didn't tell him that doesn't make it in the
like,
right still. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, come on.
Especially because he was 25 at the time. So 25, Jesus. 17. That's a huge age gap.
Huge.
Humongous.
7 years.
It's crazy. So recently he actually ended up, he's a DJ at the Wynn. Like he has like a residency.
I thought he was like a YouTuber. How is he a DJ?
He is, but I guess he has. He DJs on the side. he DJs on the side. So he has a little residency right at the Wynn. And like recently, like literally over the weekend, he did a full like set, and people were clipping him doing "Sorry" by Justin Bieber. And
did
it just felt
like,
very.
Did they feel like it was very like?
I don't think he was probably thinking about that, to be quite honest. I just think that like it's almost tone deaf to be fist bumping to "Sorry" by Justin Bieber when this situation's happening.
Yeah.
With Tana, with potentially other people kind of coming forward.
Right.
Making it such a crazy thing. And I will say, I do feel like legally this is so crazy. This is so tricky. Like, what is he going to come out and say? Like, hey, yeah, I did have sex with 17-year-old Tana, and he goes to prison?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's going to fucking do it.
It would be crazy for him to address it on his part.
On his part. So like, what would he do? I'm just curious, genuinely, out loud. I'm
you're
like,
thinking like, what would happen? Like,
what would happen? Like, if he did be like, hey, like, and he owned his shit, what would happen? I'm genuinely curious. Like,
it's not like,
could he go to prison? Because that's obviously an actual crime. Like, what could even transpire from it?
Yeah.
Like, what could he say? What could he say that he would even placate the people? Because at the end of the day, it was a horrible situation. You committed a crime, and that's just a fact.
Yeah.
So, what now? What now?
I don't know. Like, I don't know how all the legalities work on these things, but it's like if Tana wanted to pursue that legally, I think.
Could she?
I don't know.
I don't know how the legalities work.
I just don't know how it works, you know?
Me neither. I just know that, like, the situation has not died down. It's actually picked up steam. And I'm actually like,
I saw the TikToks of him doing "Sorry," and I was zooming in on the footage. I was like, is that Cody Ko a DJ? Because I had no idea he DJ'd. Yeah,
he announced it earlier this year that
does he still make YouTube videos?
He hasn't uploaded since, I think, the situation.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's like he hasn't even talked about it.
So I'll just go DJ now.
I'm going to go do my residency. I'm going to finish off my set.
Damn, that's
so
crazy.
So it's like, I can't believe he even did it. That's like,
I think it should be held more accountable because it's like the internet has canceled people harder for way less. You know what I mean? So it's like a little fucking ridiculous.
that's what the crazy part is, that because
under
he's
the rug?
more well-liked,
yeah,
that people are almost letting it slide more. And it's like, girl, this situation is way crazier, way more dark than the vast majority of what people get canceled for.
Absolutely.
But y'all are not gonna like really get him together. I mean, obviously it's gotten bigger and it's definitely becoming
because of D'Angelo.
more intense because of D'Angelo. But like before that, it wasn't. And Tana herself talked about it
on Trisha's podcast,
which is a huge podcast.
Huge.
And it's like, and it's still not enough.
Yeah.
For people. Until D'Angelo talked about it, and then it was like more of a case, and now there's like reputable outlets like Rolling Stones. And,
no way!
Yes,
no,
I swear to God. Let me
lie.
triple check. I'm not even kidding you. I think Rolling Stones did a full piece on the situation.
Okay,
with
so
Cody
now
Ko.
it really has caught wind.
I swear to God.
Now it
Rolling
has...
Stones, Cody Ko. Rolling Stones 2 days ago. This YouTuber thinks creators need to talk about Cody Ko and about talking about D'Angelo Wallace
video.
Yep.
Oh
literally
my God.
On Rolling Stones, a reputable ass outlet.
That is so crazy.
And still, it's been crickets.
Wow.
So it's like,
and
but
he
the thing
still
is,
got his residency.
Yeah, but again, I'm not surprised that it's crickets because it's like a crime. So I'm not shocked that it is, but I'm just curious of what can be transpired from here. Like, can he own his shit?
Like, if someone's in legal trouble, there's no way they're going to sit down, make a YouTube video, and talk about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way.
There's just not, because at the end of the day, no one wants to go to prison and go to jail.
He's probably never going to say anything.
I feel like he's not. I genuinely do. But like, at the end of the day, you don't go to prison if you don't make crimes. Clock that T.
Clock that T.
Clock that T, because that's just the truth. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm very, like, it's such a crazy situation because of the fact that it's been very silent for so long that I'm very curious to see what could even transpire, if anything. That's crazy. And it sucks. Like, I feel bad for Tana because, like, the fact that they, like, didn't, like, really take her as serious.
Yeah.
The first time she talked about it.
It's like, damn.
And it took a huge commentary channel to, like, make people really listen and hear. It's, like, really sad to me.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people are talking about it. It says a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. It's just a sad situation.
Wow.
So obviously I love Tana.
Well, speaking of Tana, Zach sang.
Bro, that whole situation is crazy too.
Another battle. Boom,
dude, I feel like the diva is battling.
The diva's battling. The diva
Brooke and Tana together.
Babes, they've been battling.
They are swatting off demons, dude.
Swinging in the streets.
They're swinging
in the streets.
They are like going, like, the whole, obviously the Alyssa Violet situation.
Which
crazy.
Added some fuel to that.
Absolutely, just
fuel,
like became
just like
huge fuel to the fire. Huge. Now the Zach Sang situation. So Zach Sang, very like famous podcaster, has a lot of huge guests, or it's a radio show. I don't know if it's a radio show or podcast, something like that. Has huge guests: Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, like just humongous guests. And Brooke has been on it, right? Apparently, the situation with Clinton Kane, her ex, got brought up. And she was like, I don't want the episode to air. I don't want it to be talked about. I don't want it to become a thing. I want it to be just null and void. I don't want to have this happen. I want to be done with it.
Okay.
Right? He ended up, I believe, not uploading the episode, but he made clips of it. He made clips of it and posted it on like TikTok, and they got hella views, and it became like a huge thing. Right?
Damn. So that's worse than uploading it.
Yes. So basically, Brooke has literally publicly been like, fuck you.
Yeah.
To Zach Sang, and was like, I don't fuck with you.
And she outed on her podcast that she told him not to.
Yes.
And that he went ahead and did it. Is Zach getting heat for that?
Maybe he's getting shredded.
Is he getting shredded?
Absolutely.
What did he not learn from the other girlies who tried it? What did he not learn?
Honey, he literally, I think that he really thought he was just like, well, I'm such a big...
I can't be touched.
Like, I really think he thought that because apparently... What also pissed Brooke off too is that he was like pitching out her story. To like get picked up. He was trying to pitch out her story to get picked up.
What is he thinking?
He wasn't. He clearly wasn't, because that's absolutely fucking bonkers to be pitching out someone else's story. It's not your story. And like, because apparently he's like friends with Clinton Kane too.
Oh, okay. The Clinton Kane. Can we go back to the Australian accent? That person belongs in prison.
The fact that he pretended his mother passed away.
Babes, that's a con artist.
That is the most con-ass bitch I've ever seen.
Can you imagine? I had an Australian accent for this long. Like,
to keep it up this long?
Babe, I bet whenever he went in a private room after socializing, he was like,
God damn, I hate it. No, he literally has a full country accent.
Like, that's like, a sociopath on steroids.
100%. The fact that he, like, at the end of the day, The accent is like, that's crazy, but like whatever.
Crazy.
The pretending you have family members that have passed away is far beyond crazier to me.
Far.
That you can do something like
that.
The
accent is a close.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Absolutely.
Like that just blew my mind. It's because
it's crazy. At the end, it's crazy.
What? How do you also? Why did he need the Australian accent? Like, what was that?
He thought you thought what? What did you think was going to happen?
What was going to happen with that? Babes.
The gag is to him trying to make his little part series, trying to do the same
Did he?
thing that try to do a full part series. I didn't watch him because I was like, I'm not
Absolutely
interested.
Not.
Try to do a full series like Brooke did, and basically he was so not smart in it. Cause I've seen like little clips.
Does he have an Australian accent in it?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
Like I literally don't know. I don't give a fuck.
I'm curious if he's still doing it because it's like we all know.
Baby, it's over.
It's over.
The jig is up. Literally, the jig is up.
You go comment. The jig is up.
The jig is up, diva.
Yeah.
But there's like clips of him like trying to like be like, oh, this actually didn't happen. Like for example, he's basically retelling the Brooke situations in his own way. That's like what they're all about, and basically trying to debunk her lies, right? For example, but his debunking is so stupid.
Of course it
that
is.
It's literally like Brooke saying that there's like 6 people in the car. He's like, there was really only 4.
Oh wow! Now we believe everything. That changes everything.
Oh shit! Like it's things like that where you're like,
babes.
You think that's gonna change the entire
context
trajectory
of what actually happened? They said there was a dog in a room. There was a cat.
Yes,
babes. The story's the same.
It's like that.
The story's
You're trying to
the
debunk
same.
her by being like, there was a cat.
Yeah.
Bro, what are you talking about? So that was situations happening. So Tana and Brooke actually upload one of their canceled episodes on a Patreon. They just created a Patreon.
What's a Patreon?
It's basically like a paywall. You pay like $5 a month and then you get extra episodes.
So did they upload that onto their YouTube channel, but with the
No,
Patreon?
it's only on Patreon.
Oh my
So it's an exclusive. So they're basically getting a extra episode of the podcast. Yeah.
I love
so they're getting an
that.
extra podcast episode, but they're getting paid for it.
Wow.
It's like an actual paywall.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
do we need Patreon or what? Do we need an extra episode every week? But they're basically that's what they did. They uploaded it there and they talked about the exact same experience, saying how like the second you get some alcohol in him, his bestie Ariana Grande is not so as much as bestie anymore. Ooh. And they're basically just talking mad
Why
shit.
is his bestie Ariana Grande? Like, how did that come to be? Like, just like random.
I genuinely have no idea how that even happened.
Because I was like, that's
don't
so
know.
random.
So random. I don't know how that even happened, how that transpired. But basically, they're just saying like that when he gets alcohol, he talks hella shit about Ariana and like what the terrible thing she's done.
No.
That they said that.
They out his ass.
So then now he like apparently Brooke talked about like how like there's threatening to sue now and that there's like a full like potential legal situation happening.
My
and she's like,
God.
she's like, go ahead. Like I literally have told the truth. She's like, it's not defamatory when it's all true.
Yeah. Oh,
I go,
well, she's not wrong.
She ain't lied.
Wrong. She ain't wrong.
I said, gather him, diva.
Also,
gather him.
Lawsuits like that are nearly impossible to win.
How do you prove it?
Defamation is.
How do you prove a defamation case? You don't
impossible
ever
to win.
It's like a 98% chance you're gonna lose.
Yes.
So that is happening with them in their corner. Just they are feeding the industry. Let me tell you.
Wow.
They are feeding
for weeks.
the girlies
For weeks.
when it comes to the drums. Like they are absolutely feeding them, and it's so like to me, just like watching. I'm such a fan of this that I'm just like, whatever y'all say.
Where did the Clinton Kane drama spiral from? Did Brooke just was like, I got story times for y'all, kind of like I'm gonna do a part series, or did something trigger her? Like, I wonder if there was. I just don't know.
I don't know actually where it transpired from either, to be quite honest, because I feel like this story has taken so many legs on. I'm not gonna lie. There's so many parts to it. There's so many things happening. I personally cannot even keep track of everything happening, and I feel like I'm pretty like in the know-ish with situations. But like this has taken such a life of its own. I don't know what transpired and what activated her.
Activate the series.
I don't know what activated her. I really don't.
I
just
love
know
that she did it. I fear that it needed to happen.
I fear that I'm obsessed.
I fear that it was a good series.
I've
watched. This is more interesting than a Netflix documentary.
Oh, honey.
To be honest.
Honey.
It could be.
Honestly, let it be.
Let it be.
I would like Brooke to create a Netflix documentary and get paid out for that series.
100%.
I remember the conversation she was having with Alyssa. She was like, now that you have all this attention on you with your part series, when Brooke looks dead to the camera and goes, Alyssa, be so fucking for real. And she goes back. I was like, It was just too tea. It was just too tea.
It was camp.
It was so camp. This whole situation is so camp to me that I'm like, it's just gathering me so much because I'm just like, because this kind of drama, again, this part is very surface level drama. It's very like, you're a mean girl, like with the Alyssa situation, very that. Like it's very light in a way of it being
light
like
tea.
that. Light tea. It's not like
sugar-free.
Deep, dark Cody situation.
That's
like that's intense.
That is so different.
You know, this is very like surface level, so it's very like, oh, she said, like very that. It's not crazy, you know? But so to me, I'm always like, wow, this is wild.
Yeah.
The girlies are hot.
And it's been
girlies
weeks
are coming
week
in hot
after week after week.
For weeks.
And we appreciate them for keeping us all fed.
Baby, they're literally, it's a full 5-course meal.
It is, and it has been.
I feel like I'm at a buffet when it comes to Brooke and Tana, the way they are feeding the industry with this tea and this gossip and the drama.
Babes.
The girlies are getting us together and I live.
The gathering. Well, man, anyway, that is all that I have on my list.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that the whole list?
That's the list.
Wait, do you know what? Okay, you have to tell me if you've seen this. So, I don't know if you had saw this recently where Trisha talked about us on her podcast.
I, in fact, did see this.
I was like, did you see?
When her episode went live, I was doing a little TikTok live, and all of a sudden my comments went from like, hey, Laura, to, did you see Trisha Paytas' podcast? And immediately I was low-key like, ooh.
You're like, damn.
I know. Sorry.
At first you're like,
oh.
Great.
But they were like, Trisha was apologizing. And I was like, oh my God, that's so nice. So I went over to watch and see.
Same.
And it was really cool. It was really cool to hear her say that. I mean, God, that was so long ago. I would say like 6 or 7 years ago. So like I never was like harboring any type of feelings.
You just like let it be.
I actually have become quite a fan of Trish over these past few years with her motherhood and like her new podcast. I feel like we're getting the best version of Trish.
I agree. I truly cannot agree more.
And I've actually enjoyed like her TikTok content and like have like been watching her now. And like even before she said she apologized or whatever, like I'm like into Trisha Paytas. I think she's doing great. And like I've really enjoyed her these past few years. And also
I agree.
Like I'm not the type of person who like I don't harbor onto things.
No, you're not gonna hold on to something that from 7 years ago.
Jesus Christ, no, never.
Like it's too much.
Also, I don't even think I've ever met her in person.
Or like had a conversation.
I've never had a conversation like, hi, I'm Laura, like ever. So like I would never like harbor
any ill will.
Never.
It's so funny because like I am friends with Oscar, who is like her co-host.
I love Oscar. Yes,
love Oscar. Like
he's great.
Known Oscar for years, and he's just like he's such fantastic. A kiki. I live him. But it was so funny because I obviously watched the clip too, and she was basically just like, I need to go on an apology tour and apologize to Laura because I was very fierce to her, and I was like,
it was a fierce time.
It was a fierce time.
And
she literally was like, I was just going through something.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, this is like
I took a beating from a lot of people.
100%.
Okay, it wasn't just her.
But not everyone has apologized for it.
That's very true.
That's a gag.
And like she doesn't have to say anything because to be honest, bygones have been bygones. And
like, they've been laid.
Even if she never actually apologized to me and she was just like, hi, I would totally take it because I'm over it. You know what? I'm over it. Like I've moved on and like I'm literally sitting back watching her TikToks and all her content and liking it. So,
and being like, okay, it's gotten better. Like I genuinely feel like she has like, motherhood, I feel like has been so good for her because I do feel like she has really like come into her own, if that makes sense.
It's like the best version.
It's the best version. I feel like she's
herself.
confident. And like she just is like happy with her life.
She
and
seems
it's so
really
nice.
happy.
She seems really happy.
And
I think it radiates.
It radiates. It exudes out of her.
100%.
So.
I was actually I was cracking up because Oscar, she was talking about like, you know, I was at this thing with Manny Way and he was really awkward and didn't talk to me. And I was like, yup. I literally was like, yeah, I didn't talk to you. And it's so funny because Oscar literally took the words like out of the situation. He was like, well, don't you think it's because you were like being rude to Laura and he just like rides for Laura so much as his bestie, so he's not going to be all buddy with you? And she was like,
right.
You're right. And I literally was like this.
Gag.
Because that's the truth. I literally, when we were in this situation, I think I was at like Joey's house. It was literally me, Joey, Daniel, Trisha. 4 people, right? Trisha's living right across from me, and I'm only talking to Joey and Daniel, and I'm being very purposefully like, like absolutely ignoring her because I wanted her to know what I thought she did was not cool.
Yeah.
But I wasn't gonna entertain this like the idea of like a
camaraderie.
I was gonna be rude.
Not gonna jump in.
I mean, I guess I was being kind of rude, but I wasn't gonna be super like happy-go-lucky friendly because of what had happened. That was like, I'm not gonna go above and beyond to even be nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely neutral and just not say anything.
Yeah.
And pretend she's just not there.
Right.
So that's what had happened, and the fact that Oscar had clocked that, I was like,
Oscar be clocking
sister,
that tea.
that was the tea. That was
Oscar
the fucking tea. That was literally the truth. So and it was funny because they were Oscar was like, we should do there should be like a full just Trish pod swap.
I would literally love.
I
would love to have a conversation with Trisha Paytas.
I would too. I really.
We've never got to have a conversation with her before.
No,
I think she would love
never
us.
Had a. I think
she
so
would
too.
Love us.
I honestly think that Trisha would actually really like us
too.
if she gave us the chance and we gave her the chance
and
back.
we gave each other the chance.
If we gave each other the chance, I think that there's hope.
I also like it, I'm not gonna lie, like it really sucked whenever she made those videos or that video about me. It was so long ago, I actually don't even remember it. I never watched it. I couldn't. I mean, come on,
at the time, come on, inundated.
Like, was it just hurt myself?
Just
or turn
you?
the knife, turn the knife.
Fuck.
But I grew up kind of on Trisha Paytas. Like, come
Totally.
on, like her
So did
sitting
I.
at her. Come on, like sitting at her kitchen floor, like
dude,
like
the ASMRs.
funniest fucking person on the internet. And I was just like, damn. But at that time, Trisha had done a lot of things like that video on me, so that was like her trajectory and what she was. That was her thing. So I had kind of fallen off that bandwagon because, you know, it was like her making that type of content and it kind of fell off this really funny content. And then she got back to it. And it was like, damn, that sucked because like I loved her so much.
You're like,
but now, I know. I'm like, fuck, I live for you, bitch. Like,
yeah, like, God damn it.
But it's cool. Like, I'm
it's
back
like,
on
again,
the Trisha train.
Totally. And we're also like, again, so past those situations.
So past. Like I said, she didn't even have to say she apologized. Like, I'm already forgiven. You were already forgiven.
The bygones had been
have been bygoning, but I do appreciate it, and I thought that was really nice of her.
I did too. I thought that was really cool. And I think that was very. I thought that was very big of her, like to do that, and I thought that was really cool. 100%. And I think that in itself had shown so much growth. That in itself, she had already shown it, but that itself, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Trisha really is in her absolute most elite best era, and I like love to see it.
Absolutely, I think everyone does. I think everyone's so proud of her,
and I'm so happy to see like the success in her podcast and the things that she's done. I think it's really cool.
She went through a lot with that because she went through H3,
bro,
and then she tried to have one with Colleen. Don't forget that.
Oh my God.
Yup.
Oh my sweet God.
Yeah, and now she finally made it on her own, and she's killing it.
And it's amazing.
It's amazing. It's called Just Trish.
Just Trish.
How funny is that?
Just Trish.
Babes. She done been with
it's Just Trish, bitch. Because all y'all bitches tried me.
Yeah, all you bitches tried me. So now it's Just Trish. And now it's like its most grand, successful form. So it's pretty cool.
That's amazing. I think that would be really interesting and fascinating to have a conversation with her.
Yep.
Just to like talk about
We can also talk about iPads. I want Trish to hear me out on my side of the story, and I know she would love it. Like I know she would love it.
Absolutely,
girl. Me and her could gab about it for
100%.
Yep, 35
the thing is,
years.
Trisha is a gabber, and
she
I know
is.
That's why I know that she would like us.
She would absolutely.
She would, dude. Sorry, I think she would live.
Just would. The gabbing would be happening.
Yeah, 100%.
Fiercely.
It would be fierce. It would be fierce drag jewels. Even.
Yes. I'm also jet lagged. Bye.
We love you guys so much, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.